Bam, live. Oh, damn. I think I need to clean that lens. Sorry about that, folks. How doing? Much better. Dun, dun, dun. Get you set back up there. Bam. Perfect. Okay. Before we get to the podcast topics and everything, as always, podcast and everything's brought to you. Patreon.com/churchofjuvie. Link is in description. $2 a month, you get a personalized thank you video. $5 a month, you get early access to stuff, exclusive content, all that good stuff, good folks. Just another way to support the channel. Also, if you want some merch, the Hooligan Squad, Church of Juvie, Keep Being Weird, all that good stuff, good folks. Again, link is in the description. Just saying, notebooks, t-shirts, hoodies, travel mugs, coffee mugs, phone cases. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Link is in description, good folks. More ways to support the channel. Let's get to the podcast. Oh, Mr. Hamilfett, as always, I'm here, you beautiful hooligan. And as always, I appreciate it. I love the fact that these live things, Hamilfett's always tuning in. Kind of gives me a chance to chat it up with them, you know? But yeah. Hope everyone's had a good weekend. My weekend's been a little weird. I'm used to at least having like a UFC event or something. There was like nothing going on this weekend. No bueno. Next weekend, there is a card, and I'm excited for that. The main event is meh, but other than that, I'm down for it. Oh, we got Mrs. Hamilfett. Oh my goodness. Hey to you. Thanks for joining, both of you. Oh my goodness. Me and the Fets. I'm down. Oh, I didn't really talk about it. So real quick, again, Cyborg like proves why she is one of the most badass ever and why she is terrifying. Like, oh my god. Yana Kunitskaya, like from the first punch, you saw her tense up and like she just did not want to get punched. So we got you on the Bluetooth Millennium Falcon. Oh my god, that is so dope. Talking out the Falcon, that's what's up. Chewie and Han are kicking back somewhere in there. They're just, you know, got me on the radio. I'm down. Oh, and you see this? You see that little guy? Yeah, got him done today. Let me get a little close up for you folks. It actually got some weight to him too. Right out the ass. Hamilfett. Yeah, that's pretty dope. Put it all together and everything. This is obviously like from the like animated series, as is the He-Man. Make sure he's there. We go. And I'm sipping one and I'm poofing on a cigar. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Hamilfett, killer. Thank you. Yeah, tonight actually after this live stream, I'm gonna get laundry thrown on and get He-Man done. But yeah, so when was it? Was it Friday? Friday. Lissa Hamill. Cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. So Friday, I watched the Masters of the Universe movie with my son. It was the first time he had gotten to see it and everything. Hamilfett, my new bad habit thanks to Mandalorian hunters. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know what happened. He had, I think he had sent me a couple cigars. I think Customs stole it. One of the many packages that has gone missing over the years. But either way, shit happens, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, cigars are... That's one thing. Like, if I could find, like, a cigar lounge, I'd be down. Go to the cigar lounge, sip a nice whiskey or something. Oh, goodness gracious. That's where the gentlemen are. They must have enjoyed them. Nah, I hope so. Hey, like, you know what I mean? I could be mad about it and all that shit, but, yeah, if anything, I hope they enjoyed them. We found a lounge. Yes. Oh, that'd be so dope. Hamilfett. Yep, Cuban cigars, they stole them. Whatever. You know what I mean? It happens. It's unfortunate. It happened a long time ago. I think this was probably like, I want to say like a year and a half ago. But either way, if they enjoyed them, all the better. Well, it would have been better for me, but you know what I'm saying. Either way, watched the Masters of the Universe movie with my son, and it was awesome. You know what I mean? It was the first time he had gotten to see it, and just seeing him like so into it and like so excited by a lot of the different things going on. It like literally was like when I watched it for the first time. You know what I mean? It was really really cool moment to like have with him. Also, Frank Langella, however it's pronounced, as Skeletor, I forgot how good he was. Like, while he's acting and everything, look at his eye, like, pay attention to his eyes and everything. Like, he like, conveys so much, like, emotion just through his eyes, like, for the character of Skeletor. It's fucking... Frank Langella knocked it out of the park as Skeletor. Hamilfett, Skeletor in that movie was epic. Absolutely. And honestly, this is actually why this movie is so fucking good. Because when Evil Lynn, I think it's Evil Lynn who has the line in the beginning of the movie when she says, after all this time, Castle Grayskull is finally... Yes, she says it. Castle Grayskull is finally ours. That's when it clicked for me. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, this takes place after the cartoon. So, like, this movie literally... if anyone's familiar with the cartoon, I believe that came out in like... 83 or something like that, 85, somewhere around there, maybe even earlier. This movie actually takes place after all of these stories, after all of these like fights that they've already had. Like, that's fucking cool. That was cool as shit to me. What else? It was also the reason that I titled this Star Wars is Power. You can definitely... Courtney Cox at Hamilfett. Courtney Cox's screen debut. Yes, it was. A young Courtney Cox before Monica and the Scream and all of that. Also, so yeah, the reason I titled this Star Wars is Power is because when you're watching this, I believe, like, this was when, like, you know, Star Wars was, like, huge. You know what I mean? Like, it had come out, took them basically the fucking world by storm. And there are definitely some influences that you kind of see in this movie, which is actually, it's really cool because it shows just like, you know, Star Wars' influence as far as like filmmaking goes. But, man, I thought that, like, okay, there's obviously some things where you could be like, well, why is that, like, why do they talk like that? But they're supposed to be, like, they're from Eternia, you know what I mean? It's not the same as Earth. They don't talk the same as us. I thought Dolph Lundgren, honestly, listen, this is a young Dolph Lundgren. This is before, like, Universal Soldier, you know, this is before, like, basically a lot of things. I think, like, before this, maybe he had played Ivan Drago, or maybe this was, like, his first big film. So, excuse me. You know, he hadn't really developed his acting chops too much yet. But I thought he did awesome as He-Man. You know what I mean? And, like, how can, like, you not get excited when he has this power sword and he says, I have the power? You know what I mean? Like, how can you not just fucking love that? Hamilfett, just a shame Orko wasn't in it, but they didn't have the budget. Well, yeah, and that's the thing, too. One thing I loved about the movie is when you're watching it, like, the costumes, the props and everything, you can tell, like, it wasn't, like, a huge budget movie, but, like, I don't know, it kind of, like, gives it a more, for me at least, it, like, gave me more of an appreciation for it, because you can tell, like, people had spent time, like, crafting this armor and, like, repainting it and everything, you know what I mean? Even Skeletor's, like, ships and everything, like the hover ship he comes in on, amazing. But yeah, no, they didn't have Orko. They had Gweldor or Greldor, one of those two, Gweldor or Greldor. I can't remember his name. But yeah, he was kind of like, I don't know, he wasn't really a wizard or anything, but I feel like he was supposed to kind of like just be like a sort of Orko kind of character. Gweldor. Bam. Thank you, Hamilfett. But yeah, amazing. Like, honestly, it was like, if you're a fan of the cartoon or anything, or if you're just like a fan of like He-Man and everything, for me at least, this movie holds up. And when you go back and watch it, like when you can like more appreciate it, like as an adult or whatever, I don't know. It kind of like, I don't know. I might have enjoyed it more as like when I watched it on Friday than when I was a kid. For like, you know what I mean? Hamilfet, I am a big He-Man fan. Hell yeah, man. Dude, like one of my favorite scenes, like when I was a kid, one of my favorite scenes ever, and I've always thought about it, is when you see Skeletor and you see Beastman and Evil Lyn and all of them in like a regular city street marching down. You know what I mean? And they're having that shootout in the record store, Charlie's. Like that whole scene, like that whole sequence, whatever. Like I always thought about that scene ever since I was a kid, just because it always looked so cool to me. Excuse me. Hamilfet, they have the sword on eBay for $100. I know, I went hunting for it this weekend, and man, I just can't drop $100 right now on that. You know what I mean? All steel. I know, it'd be so dope. Also, the one thing I've found that I've actually a lot of difficulty that I've run into lately, a lot of American, oh, itchy nose. Excuse me. Okay. Neither can, I love how, like, both of y'all jump in. You have to, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay. Oh, one other thing I wanted to throw in about the Masters of the Universe. One of the main characters, one of the main heroes, Teela, a female. Before Sarah Connor, you know what I mean? Obviously, Sarah Connor is fucking badass in her own right. But yeah, like, I don't know. It's just cool when you go back and you really realize just like how many like badass female heroes and characters there have been. You know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah. Hamilfet, we are sitting right next to each other. I'd hope, man, it'd be awkward if one of y'all was watching this in like the living room, other one was watching it in the bedroom, watching the same thing. People forget there were so many. Absolutely, man. And obviously one of the most popular ones, fucking Princess Leia. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Excuse me. Talk about that, baby, bam. Perfect. Alyssa Hamill, we've done that too. Yeah, well, I guess that happens sometimes too. You can't, you know what I mean? Oh, right, that's what I was going to talk about. So one obstacle that I found is a lot of American sellers for like replica things, they don't actually ship to Canada. Whether that's, I don't know, maybe you're not, like, there might be customs or something that where you're not allowed to ship like replica swords or whatever across the border. I don't know what it is. But I don't know. It just, I found a lot of cool stuff, and then it's like, oh, can't ship to Canada because of this or whatever. It's like, God, just, you know, slide it to me. It'll be fine. Just take a chance. Take a chance on me. But yeah, that's an obstacle as a collector. Borders and such. Hamilfet, that blows. I want one. Man, I would love to have one. Excuse me. The only tutorial I found is like making it out of like fucking, like basically like Comic-Con, like high level cosplay shit. And yeah, I don't know where to get any of that stuff around here. I don't know where to get all that sturdy foam or whatever, and fucking laser printing like a template out to cut it. Oh my god, I don't even know. I want to figure it out though. It would be really, really cool to like even make your own. If anybody could do it, Hamilfet, you could definitely make your own power sword, man. Like I've gotten stuff from the dollar store that I've repainted, and it looks like cool as shit to me. You could find a sword from the dollar store and make that shit look badass. So I'm just saying, you could do it. Okay, I have an exciting thing going on tomorrow. It's like a very like, oh, Hamilfet on YouTube. Look at Man at Arms Armory. He made his own. I think I saw that article pop up actually when I was looking. When I was looking for one. So tomorrow I have a very exciting opportunity. It's like, a very like, I don't even know how to describe it really. So once in a while, I'm gonna be able to go and help out like a theater group, basically, and actually like while they're doing performances, I'll do like some narration, or if it's they've done some choreography to like somebody's poem or whatever. Basically, I'm going to like audition for that like opportunity tomorrow. So like just being able to work in like a theater like esque type of way is just fucking. I'm very excited for it. I'm gonna try and practice a couple things tonight to try and get like the gravitas and everything. Try and practice some different like just emotion things while you're reading the poem. You want to make sure you convey it. You know what I mean? You don't want to just get up there and just be like fucking And I heard tapping at my chamber door. The raven. You know what I mean? It's like. So yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow I'm basically going to fucking audition for that. It's at 11 a.m. Hopefully everything goes well. I'm honestly I'm nervous as shit for it, but I'm very excited. I hope it all goes well. But yeah, that's tomorrow. Alyssa Hamill, that's awesome sauce. Thank you very much. I am very excited and I'm very fucking nervous. But yeah, tomorrow's vlog, like I'm gonna talk about it and everything. I'm sure I'll put something out on Instagram as well. Man, he made the Power Rangers Power Axe too, the Black Ranger's weapon. That's dope. Yeah, that looks so dope. Like some blacksmith skills. Oh, we had a very bad connection thing pop up. I missed it. Pardon moi. So yeah, I don't know. This could lead to a lot of good things, folks. Or like, just, I don't know. I'm excited for the opportunity at least. Again, though, we'll see how it goes. Also, for this week, the channel is gonna run a little bit differently. So it's March break right now for like, I don't know. Even Canada, like provinces change certain things, kind of like how states change. So right now my kids are on March break. They like have this whole week off. Tomorrow I am going to be shooting the vlog because there's going to be certain things happening. I want to, share that opportunity and that, the news or whatever it might be with the Hooligans. Also, tomorrow my Oculus headset is supposed to be here, so I want to actually like set that up and everything, kind of like do a little unboxing and kind of like tutorial, I guess, you know what I mean, or walkthrough. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, fucking first reactions. I don't know. Either way, I think it'll be a fun vlog. You know what I mean? Because get it all set up, and then we'll see what kind of cool stuff we got going on. You know what I mean? Because I want to say that the Pennywise game is going to be the first one that we do. But to be 100% honest, if I come across the Star Wars thing first, I'm probably going to do the Star Wars thing first. You know? I don't know. Oh, can't believe I didn't talk about that. Well, I'll get to that in a second. I'll write it down. Bam. Okay. So yeah. So tomorrow, Hamilfet, my boy. Thank you, man. Appreciate it a lot. I don't know. Anybody that has like followed me for a while knows that like this is the type of thing that like if it's offered to me, or like honestly, I messaged this person saying like, listen, if you folks need anybody to read stuff, if you need narration, if you need help in any way, just let me know. You know what I mean? And it turned out that they were still looking to like kind of fill that part. So fingers crossed, Hooligans. I have my pen here, so there we go. Fingers crossed. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm very, very excited. We'll see what happens, though. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but it's hard not to. Either way, yesterday, very exciting. My kids have been asking me to watch It for a long time now, basically since I saw it myself, like the new It. there's really nothing inappropriate. Yeah, okay, there's some swear words, you know what I mean? But like, look, again, it's all about how you parent and everything as well. You know what I mean? Like my kids can watch fucking John Wick and they don't go out and like think that's the way you can live life and that there's no consequences. You know what I mean? They understand that's a movie. Keanu Reeves is an actor. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, they wanted to see it. They've seen other horror movies. Figured why not? Well, it was awesome to watch. Like, I probably watched them more than I watched the movie. Like, okay, so my son is 10. He loves horror movies, but like, he's that kid. Like, he's like me when I was a kid. I loved horror movies, but I got so fucking scared when I watched them. So he watched basically half the movie. He'd make like a hole in his hands like this and would like watch the movie through that. But he'd have both eyes open. And like, it was just, he's like, this made him feel safe. That made him feel safer. I don't know. Everyone's got their thing. Even my oldest, you know what I mean? She's 13 and fucking, she had like the blanket like over her face and everything. It's like, no, she's 14. My bad. Fuck that up. God damn. 14, God. Anyway, even she, like, she had the blanket up on her face and everything, but, like, they both enjoyed it. She, like, my oldest, she thought it was awesome. At the end of the movie, when you see that chapter 1 pop up, she just, like, looked at me, like, and it's like, it was just pure happiness and excitement on her face. So I explained to her, like, how it's going to work. How this one was, like, the kids' like events with Pennywise and everything, and then chapter 2 will be like the adults encountering. And excuse me, I filled them in a couple things just about like from the book itself, just so they can kind of like understand what's going on a little bit more. And even just like the miniseries, I said like the book and the miniseries, it's kind of like this is the adults dealing with it, and then like the flashbacks with the kids kind of like catch you up as it goes along. But I think this was kind of like, I feel like this movie might have been a better way to introduce them to it, because it does just give you like, okay, here's what happens with the kids. Don't worry about anything else. This is the kids experiencing this terrifying creature for the first time and figuring out what they can do about it. You know what I mean? Hamel Fat. Hell yeah, there's definitely more. Oh, absolutely. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh yeah, but yeah, no, I just think it was like, you know, it was easier for like, you know, newer fans of it. But you know what I mean. I think King had to jam it all into one. Yeah, and also like I don't know. It actually came like, if you like, so like Stephen King actually had like a really bad like fucking cocaine and alcohol addiction, and he wrote it, I believe it was it, at like the fucking, what he calls like the most destructive point of all of that, kind of for him at least. And it was just like, you know what I mean, he took this story of like these adults remembering all of this trauma through their life and this terrifying creature that just won't let them go, you know what I mean? And it's just, even in adulthood, it's just like, nope, I'm still here. You're not going anywhere. Like, I still have you. I don't know. Maybe he could have broken it into 2, but maybe that's how he had it planned the whole time. You know what I mean? Maybe there was something else like in his mind as he was writing it, where he's like, no, like this, I want this to be adults remembering the fear they had as children and learning how to like fucking adapt to that in adulthood. Like, how are you gonna get over this fear, this crippling fear? You know what I mean? Hamilfet, it's a great metaphor. Our childhood haunts us. Yeah, absolutely. We all have things that we've gone through as kids or when we were younger that like whether it's late at night, or you know, you're sitting in the car by yourself in traffic and you for some reason you remember it. You're just like, man, why the fuck did I say that? Or like, why did I do that? You know what I mean? It's just, there's certain things, or there, you know, obviously there's other things that like can happen in childhood that haunt you. It's just, those were the examples that came to me. Hamilfet, it can be anything or anyone. Yeah, and that was one thing I had, like, I kind of like talked about with the kids as well, because they were asking about like the adults and everything. And I said, you know what I mean? Like I explained how like this whole thing with Derry and Pennywise happened, and it kind of goes into that, like exactly how Hamilfet just said. Like it can be anything or anyone. You know what I mean? We see that. Excuse me. We see that. Excuse me. What? Getting coughs and burps at the same time. My body's fighting me. But yeah, we see that with a lot of different adults, especially in the movie and everything. You know, we see the influence of Pennywise, and we see just like how intense it is. I guess, well, even any scene you see with the adults, they're all watching that kids show with the host telling the world basically, or telling the town, bring your friends to the sewers. It's a fun place to play. Like, you know what I mean? It's intense. It's intense. I honestly, I want the director's cut, because I heard that was a thing. I remember talking about it on the channel. Because Andy Muschietti, and Bill Skarsgård, the guy who played Pennywise, they both confirmed, certain scenes that were filmed and everything. And, we saw pictures as well. That, certain things have been filmed that explain a lot of different little things in the movie. And I don't know. That's what I want to see. And I don't know. Studios, just stop fucking with the director's movies. You know what I mean? Goddamn. If you hire a director, you got to stand by them. That's their vision. This is the movie. I know that you're the studio, but just fuck off. Take a back seat, you know? Sometimes there's no point in having a fucking regular version and then a director's cut. Sometimes it's actually really cool, because there's the regular version, which is a really good movie on its own, and then it has the director's cut, which adds a little bit of extra flavor to it, and they're both good on their own. Other times it's we didn't need this. I didn't ask for this. But yeah, there's scenes where Pennywise is back in the 1600s, where he looks more human because he's making the deal with the people of Pennywise. There was actually one where it actually explains what happened with Henry Bauer's friends, because the last time you see him is outside of his house, and then he's gone, they're gone basically. But yeah, it's just, hopefully it comes out one day. I want to see that for sure. But other than that, I think I'm out of here, good folks. Yeah. Sipping on some chocolate milk tonight. And yeah. Hamilfet, Mrs. Hamill. Oh my goodness. Thank you, you beautiful folks. Appreciate you taking the time and coming and hanging out with me. I love it. I love our little chats and all that. Again, good folks, if you want to support the channel, other than taking the time out of your day and watching it and everything, links are in the description for the Patreon and the TeePublic store. Tons of badass merch all up in there for you. Hamilfet, love the deleted scenes and alternate endings. In First Blood, they had the ending of Rambo killing himself. Yeah, actually, before we end this now, that ending was the original one. So they had that as the first one. They showed that to the test, audiences, and people went fucking nuts. They're no, you can't kill Rambo. You know what I mean? So they're okay, we got to do something different. And then that's when they filmed, the one we see now. Man, Rambo, again, badass movies. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's another thing. Also, alternate endings and stuff. Sometimes I'm oh shit, that would have been cool to see. Or it makes you question other things, because it was it's just another path they could have taken. But then other times I'm oh, no, yeah, it's probably good they left that one out. That made no sense, you know? So, I don't know. Either way, mucho love, hooligans. If you're catching this afterwards, again, links in the description if you want to support the channel, other than taking the time out of your day and hanging out with me, all that good stuff. Yeah, give it a little thumbs up so I know you're rocking with the content. Again, this week, we got the vlog tomorrow. I'm going to go for that little interview/audition. And then we have the Oculus setup and all that. We'll get into some, higher level VR stuff. And then other than that, we're going to play it by ear. We're not going to have a regular schedule. I will do a life lessons at some point. But other than that, Honestly, there might be double video days. There might be one video days. It's just, this week, it's March break. It's fucking, we're going nuts. We're going to see what happens. So yeah, again, thank you, Hamilfett. Thank you, Alyssa Hamill, Mrs. Hamilfett, for coming and hanging out with me, good folks. I appreciate it a lot. Okay. Awkward outro, pressing my buttons, ending the stream now, yeah.